English Teacher, Part 106, Teaching Dictionary Skills. We've got a case study for it. Mr. Aftai plans to teach his grade 2 class how to put words into alphabetical order and organize information alphabetically. Though the children read at various levels and several have been using primary dictionaries and other references books, dictionary skills have not yet been formally taught. Mr. Aftai has collected several dictionaries, telephone directories, encyclopedias, reference books, and enlarged copies of index pages. When the children enter the classroom after recess, Mr. Aftai has the books displayed so that everyone can see them. The children look with interest at these materials and Jaya asks, "What are we going to do with all those books and papers, Mr. Aftai?" Mr. Aftai looks around to make sure that he has everyone's attention. "Let's see if we can answer Jaya's question," he says. "Tell me what you see on these tables." The children respond with books, dictionaries, encyclopedias, papers, telephone books. "What is in these books?" asks Mr. Aftai. The students respond, "Names, words, sentences, stories. You can find out your stuff you want to know." "I saw maps in one of those books," said my mom. Looks up telephone numbers in the telephone book. So there are words, names, sentences, stories, maps, and telephone numbers in these books. Can you think why people would use these kinds of books? After several suggestions, the children agree that people would use these books to find things out. "If I wanted to find a telephone number in this book, what would I do?" Mr. Aftai gestures towards the telephone directory. "You would look it up," says Danny. "Okay, what does that mean?" asks Aftai. Danny explains, "Find the name of the person you want to phone. The right number is beside his name." "All right, let's look up Mr. Joseph's number." You say, "I look for his name. His number will be right there." Danny nods vigorously, but Mr. Aftai begins at the first page and reads first few names. "Danny, can you help me here?" Danny studies the page, looks at the name on the board and back at the page. "I don't see it yet," he remarks. "Do you notice anything about the names here?" asks Mr. Aftai. Students begin to wave their hands. "These names all start with A," Danny says. Is the whole book like that?" asks Mr. Aftai. Danny looks at various pages. "No," he announces. "There are lots of other letters at the start on the other pages." "What else has A at the start?" "My name," says Andrea. "Yes, it does, but I'm thinking of something bigger than a name," responds Mr. Aftai. The ABC's answers to Anne. "Right, the ABCs or the alphabet starts with A. I wonder if the rest of the book is anything like the alphabet." Joanne, come and walk with Danny to see if the telephone book is like the ABCs. Joanne and Danny pore over the book, turning pages and saying the names of the letters as they come to them. "Yes," they report. "First come A names, then the B names, then the C names, and so on. And the Z names are at the end. So where will we look for Mr. Jessop's name?" asks Mr. Aftai. "In the J names," answer several children. Danny and Tuan turn to the J section and find Mr. Jessop's name and number.